Hello, everybody. Welcome. This is going to be game 2 of the Millington Sting versus the Davison Chucklers. Both teams are 0-1. We have, let's check our lineups and let's get into this right away. We got Sammy as our pitcher today. And lead off is Tabby, our catcher. Lynn's our shortstop. Leo, the second baseman. Chucky, the center fielder. John, the first baseman. Gladdy, the third baseman. Kenny, the right fielder. Patty, the left fielder, and we have starting Sammy. This is pretty much the same lineup. Only our second starter pitcher is pitching. Everything's all set, so we might as well get started. Sorry about no game sound. Game sound should now be fixed. And we take the field. We're the home team.
Now batting, the left
Okay.
fielder,
Haley McCarty, batting .250 on the year. All right, let's see what Sammy can do. Nice grounder to Leo at second base. Throws it over to first, and it's too late.
Now batting, the center
Took
fielder,
way much to take too long time. Took too long time.
Nope, inside. Ball low.
He hits a fly ball to center field. Chucky goes back and makes the catch. Runner goes back to first. Runner at first, one out.
now batting, the first baseman,
Brings up Blade Hoffman, who's batting .500 on the year with 1 RBI. Runner at first has normal speed, so we'll keep him close.
Nope, that's low. Nope, low.
There's a grounder to short. She takes it over to first. Should have took it to second,
now batting, the right fielder, number 20.
but we'll take the sure out. Hopefully we get out of the inning without it costing us. It's a fly ball down third baseline into the stands. Strikes him out. Gets out of it with one hit.
Now
And then it brings up Tabby, our catcher, batting .750 on the year. Now remember, we lost the first game, so
Inside.
got to be a little bit more patient at the plate.
Ball high. That's low.
Do we take it to strike two? Yeah. Okay, now we watch it.
Take your base.
We'll take the walk. And Tabby's our best base runner.
shortstop,
And that brings up Len batting .250 with a home run and 2 RBIs on the year. Then we send Tabby.
That's down.
He runs it at the second, and she gets in there safely with a stolen base.
Nope, that's high. Ball high. Safe. Take your base.
And we got 2 walks in a row.
now batting, the second baseman,
This brings up Leo, our second baseman, batting .250. 2 runners on, nobody out. And he gets under that with a lot of power, 95 power. And he slams it into left field for a 3-run homer. That's his first home run. He now has 3 RBIs with that 3-run homer.
Now batting.
That'll bring up Chucky, our center fielder, who's batting .250 with 1 RBI.
Inside.
Gets that with a grounder. The second baseman gets it over to first. There's a, now
Batting.
it's at 1 out.
Baseman.
Brings up John, our first baseman, batting .500 on the year. Got in front of that, send it down there into the right field, down the right field line. He's going to stay at first. He's not the speediest. Now this brings up Gladdy, our third baseman.
Number 5.
Doesn't have a hit yet this year. She certainly does now. Gives her a single.
Now batting.
So we have runners at first and second.
Fielder. Number 9.
Brings up Kenny, our right fielder. 2 runners on, 1 out. And he got that. Sent it into center field. Gets past the center fielder. Going to score runs, and the center fielder still having trouble with it. So we're going to be a triple for Ken.
Now batting. The left fielder. Number 7.
Here's Patty, our left fielder, batting .500 on the year.
Nope. Outside. That's
Oh,
foul.
just into the stands. She's hitting that. It's going to center, left center field, all the way to the wall. It'll score 1 run at 1, and she'll head into second with a stand-up double.
Now batting. The
That
pitcher.
brings up
Number
our pitcher,
54.
Sammy. She hits a short grounder. Oh, we get the runner. Oh,
Out.
no, they don't throw it to second. They get her at first.
Catcher.
That leaves us a runner at second with 2 outs. That brings up our catcher, Tabby, who walked her first time at bat.
That's foul.
She swung at an outside pitch there. But she gets that one just over the left or the second baseman for a single. That leaves first and third, 2 outs with Lynn coming up, who walked her first at bat.
That's down. Foul ball. Bull. High. You're out.
Right to the third baseman for out number 3. So, at the end of 1, it's 6-0 Sting.
The second baseman.
That brings up
Number 29.
Bubba Benjamin, batting .250.
Strike. Strike. Foul. Strike.
Nice strikeout there. Good combination pitches.
Now batting. The third baseman. Number 5.
Towel Jacks. No hits so far this year. He has one now. It's a single. Puts a runner at first with 1
The
out.
shortstop. Number 26.
This is Arnold Gross' first at bat of the year.
Off the plate. Foul. Strike. Strike.
Nice combination there.
Now batting. The catcher.
Yeah, there's 2 outs, a runner on first. This will bring up Grace Bell. And this is Graceland's first at bat of the year.
Foul ball.
Hits it to the center field, but Chucky's standing there for the third out. Okay, after 1.5, it's 6-0 Sting. And that brings up Leo, who's 1 for 1 with a home run.
Ball high. That's low. Low. Take your base.
Walks on 4 pitches. Runner on first, nobody out. That brings up Chucky, who's 0 for 1. It's a grounder to left field for a single. Runners at first and second, nobody out. That brings up John, our first baseman. He singled his first at bat. Oh, he hits a line drive to shortstop who doubles off the runner on second. So it brings up Gladdy, our third baseman, with a runner at first. 2 outs.
Nope, that's high. Ball inside. Nope, low. Take your base.
4 straight pitches again and get a walk. That's to bring up Kenny, our right fielder, who's 1 for 1 with a double and 2 RBIs. Oh, he throws it inside. Inside again. Well, I called that that's a high strike. It was late on that pitch. He hits a grounder to third, right to the third baseman, over to first. Nobody scored that bottom of the second. We go to the top of the third.
Now batting, the pitcher.
Brings up John Robles, their starting pitcher.
Strike.
3 straight pitches, 1 out.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 12.
Nope, that's low.
Well, it hits a high fly ball to right center field. It's going to the wall. And he picks it up, throws it into second. Runner's on third.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Runner on third, 1 out.
39.
He hits a line drive to center field for a single. And the run scores. It's going to be 6-1. He runs down to
Now batting,
second on the errant throw.
number 14.
So it's 6-1 Sting.
That's down.
Line drive to the first baseman.
Safe.
Now batting, the
Runner
right
stays at
fielder,
second.
number
That's
20.
2 outs now. Runner on second.
Ball low. Inside. Foul ball.
It's a high fly to left field. Can Petty get under it? It's gone. That's White's first home run. Second RBI. It's now, they made it closer. It's now 6-3.
Number 29.
Sammy's getting a little tense. There's a grounder or line drive to the second baseman for the third out. So the Chucklers come back with 3 runs at the top of the third. It's now after 2.5, 6-3, Millington Sting.
Now batting, the left fielder.
That brings up our left fielder,
number
Patty,
7.
who was 1 for 1 with a double and an RBI.
That's outside.
She hits a nice line drive to right center field for a double. Unless they bobble it. Stand up double. Let's lead off the bottom of the third.
Now batting, the pitcher.
Brings the pitcher up,
Number 54.
who's 0 for 1.
Ball high.
Oh, she makes it.
Safe.
Line drive to the shortstop. Throws it over to second, but they don't double her off. She gets back.
Number 2.
This brings back Tabby, our catcher, who's 1 for 1 with a walk.
That's low.
Behind that to the shortstop who doubles off second. So at the end of 3 innings, it's 6-3 Millington Sting.
Now batting, the third baseman.
That brings up Tal Jacks, who was 1 for 1 with a single. It's a grounder to the shortstop. Throws it over to first. There's 1 out.
Now batting, the shortstop.
Kate Arnold grows the shortstops up. He's 0 for 1. Sammy's sitting at 45 pitches.
Low. Strike three.
Strikes him out.
Now batting,
That's 2 outs.
catcher, number 18.
Okay, that's Graceland's up. 0 for 1. Line drive to the third baseman for the 3rd out. Go to the bottom of the 4th. 6-3 Sting.
Now batting,
It brings up our shortstop, who was 0 for 1 with a walk.
6.
It's a grounder to short. Out to first.
Now batting,
Leo's up 1 for 1 with a walk, a home run, and 3 RBIs.
4.
Nope, that's high.
Hits it to center field. Center fielder's there, and out number 2.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Center fielder's 1 for 2 with a single. He hits a grounder to the second baseman, who's over to first for 3 outs.
Now batting, the
So that brings up John Robles, 0 for 1.
Strike. That's low. Strike three.
Strikes him out. 1 out.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 12.
That's foul. Ball high. That's down. Nope, that's low.
A grounder just inside the line down first base. He gets it back into second. It's a first and goal.
Now batting, the center fielder, number
Get a little more
39.
speed on first base. So we'll try to keep her close.
Nope. No. That's low. Ball high.
He hits a line drive to the right center field, all the way to the wall. We're going to score one run. Yep.
Now
Okay, they made it another
first
run,
baseman,
another run
number
closer.
14.
We got a runner at second with one out. He hits a fly ball to center field. Chucky's there to catch it though for out number 2. Runner stays at second.
Now batting, the right fielder, number
Brings up Corey White, the right fielder.
That's inside. That's down.
It's a short grounder. The pitcher picks it up and throws it to first for the third out. But they gained another run, so it's 6-4 Sting. Going to the bottom of the 5th.
Now batting, the first baseman, number
That leaves John, our first baseman, up, who's 1 for 2 with a single. He gets behind it. We'll see if it has enough. It's got the distance. It's gone. Good to see John hit a home run. 399 feet. It's his first home run and his first RBI.
now batting,
Really needed.
third baseman,
Brings up Gladdy, our third baseman, who has a single and a walk. She's 1 for 1. Wow, she struck out.
now batting, now pitching, number
Well, they're moving,
24.
changing the pitcher. That brings Chuck or Ken up.
Nope. Inside.
Way inside. Throws him with a line drive to left center field. He's going to be moving into second with a stand-up double. So that gives us a man on second with 1 out.
Now batting,
That brings
the
up
left fielder,
Patty, our left fielder, who's 2 for 2 with 2 doubles and an RBI today. She hits a hard grounder to the second baseman, who throws it to first, and the runner runs from second to third. So that's a runner at third with 2 outs, with the pitcher up.
4.
And she hits a line drive right to the third baseman. Well, we gain 1 back, so now 7-4.
Number 29.
That's down.
Sammy's at 74 pitches.
That's off the plate.
It hits a grounder to the first baseman. He throws it over to first and gets the runner.
Now batting,
Sammy
the
covered.
third baseman, number 5.
Hits a pop up to the center field. Chucky's calling for it, stands and gets it. That's 2 outs.
Now batting, the shortstop, number
Arnold Gross is up 0 for 2.
That's low. Foul ball.
He hits a fly ball to the right fielder. Kenny runs over and grabs it. Shoe top catch. Okay, we're going to the bottom of the sixth.
The catcher,
That brings up
number 2.
Tabby or catcher.
Low.
Right to the third baseman, out number
Now
one.
batting, the
Brings up Lynn, our shortstop, who's 0 for 2.
number 6.
Grounder right to the second baseman that throws it over to first for out number 2.
Now batting, the second baseman,
Brings up Leo with a 1 for 2 with a home run and a walk. He hits a weak grounder to second base, over to first. That's 3 outs. So let's get to the top of the seventh. Graceland Bell's up 0 for 2. Sammy's at 83 pitches. We're going to have to watch. If she gets in trouble, probably time to switch her out. There's a sharp grounder to second. He throws it over to first. 1 out.
now batting,
Hopefully we can get Sammy through the seventh.
That's foul. Ball low.
He hits a grounder to the shortstop. Throws it over to first just in time to get the runner. That's 2 outs.
fielder, number 12.
Haley McCarty, 3 for 3, a triple, 2 singles. This is the one we got to keep off the bases. He hits a grounder to their shortstop. Throws it over to first and not in time.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 39.
Strikes him out for the 3rd out. They're going to bring Riley Knapp in to replace Fred Cower, the pitcher, for the pitch hitter.
Now batting,
Okay, that'll bring Chucky up.
fielder, number 8.
1 for 3.
That's low.
Side armor. Right to the third baseman.
Now batting,
Hitting it very hard, but that brings up John up
3.
way in front of that pitch.
Ball outside.
Timed it. Got it to the shortstop over to first for 2nd out.
Now batting,
Brings up Gladdy, who's batting 167 now.
Nope. Low.
Way in front of that.
Foul ball.
She strikes out. That's 3 outs. We're going to the top of the 8th. 7-4 Sting.
now batting, the first baseman, number 14.
So, it's time to bring in a new pitcher. We can bring in Eddie's our main closer. Guzman or Morales is our starter reliever. Let's go with Marks.
Number 53.
Inside.
He hits a ground to the first baseman. Runs out over to first for 1 out.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 28.
That's down. Foul ball.
Strikes him out on an inside pitch.
Now batting, the
That's
second
2 outs.
baseman,
Nobody on
number
top of the 8th.
29.
Hits a ground ball right down. Oh, just foul.
Nope, that's high.
He hits it deep to center field. It's gone. They inched another run closer. That's his first home run in RBI of the year.
Now batting, the
They're
third
definitely making a
baseman,
game of it.
number 5.
They're not going to give up without a fight.
That's low. That's high.
It's a grounder to second base. Leo grabs it, throws it over to first for 3 outs. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 7-5. Millington staying in the lead.
Now batting,
That brings up our right fielder, Ken, who is 2 for 3 with 2 doubles and 2 RBIs.
9.
He timed it, got past the second baseman for a single. That gives us a runner on first with nobody out.
Now batting,
And that brings Patty up, who's 2 for 3.
fielder, number 7.
And she gets some power behind it. Is it enough to get it out? She does. That's a clutch 2-run home run in the bottom of the 8th. We needed the insurance runs.
Now batting, the pitcher, number
Pitcher's up. We're going
15.
to pinch hit for the pitcher. We will substitute. We will bring in Keegan Benitez as a pinch hitter.
Number 14.
Ball low. Strike.
He strikes out. Oh, he's a little irritated too.
The catcher,
That brings some Tabby, our catcher, up, who's 1 for 3 with a single and a walk. I think she also has a stolen base. And she hits a fly ball to center field, but the center fielder is there for out number 2.
now batting, the shortstop,
Brings up Lynn, that's 0 for 3 with a walk.
Ball high.
She hits a single into center field, just shortstop couldn't grab it. Don't know if they're going to have it a hit or an error.
the second baseman,
That brings up Leo, who's 1 for 3 with a home run.
4. Now pitching, number 44.
They bring in number 44, Clark Avalos, to pitch.
Off the plate. Strike.
Way late.
Strike.
Terrible. Time to shortstop though, and throws it to first for the 3rd out. So here we go. We're going to be bringing in Eddie,
Now batting,
our pitcher.
shortstop, number 26.
See if he can keep him down. It's 9-5.
That's inside. Strike.
Struck him out on an inside
Now
pitch.
batting, the
It's
catcher,
1 out.
number 18.
She hits a fly ball to left center field. Left fielder Patty picks it up, throws it into second. So we have a run at first, 1 out.
Now batting, number 6.
Pinch hitter Will Karp coming into bat for Clark Avalos. Hits a fair ball inside the first base line for a single. Runner runs from first to third.
Now batting, the left
So it's really getting interesting
number
now.
12.
Foul ball.
Pops it up. Lynn goes back, calls for it. The runners hold.
You're out.
So that's 2 outs.
Now batting, the
We need
center
one more
fielder,
out.
number 39.
Runners at first and third. Gavin McCullough is up. He's 2 for 4.
Nope. Inside.
He hits the ground just inside left right field line.
Safe.
Gets a run in.
The first baseman,
First and second.
number 14.
2 outs. Tying runs at the plate. They are not going down without a fight.
That's foul.
He strikes out to end the game. So Sting win their first game of the year. They take them to 1-1. 9-6. They had 13 hits. Kenny's a big hitter. Patty's a big hitter. Everybody else but our pitcher had a hit, looks like. That gives Sammy the win. She went 7 innings, gave up 4 runs, struck out 7, didn't walk anybody. And Patty's our number 1 player. Number 2 was Gavin McCullough for the Chucklers. And third was Kenny, our right fielder. And then we'll finish the CPU games. Burglars and the Wardens. Burglars take it. Vassar and the Marauders. Vassar wins way big over the Marauders. Holy cow, 21-0. Pandas and the Protectors. Protectors win 5-4. Phantoms and the Water Bullets. Phantoms win. The Cockatoos and the Macaws. Cockatoos win big, 12-4. Lapeer Heralds and the Flint Firebirds, big game. Flint Firebirds win 11-2. Machos win. Skidders and the Proud Feet. Looks like the Skidders are going to pull that one out. The Fellers are taking on the Aggressors in a close game, 9-7. So that's where it is. Let's see any recent activity. Well, we don't have any money for player development. We only have 75,000. Nobody won. Nobody traded anybody off their team. So everything stays the same there. So that leaves the season standings at Millington's in 3rd place. 1 game behind the 2-0 Flint Firebirds and the 2-0 Swartz Creek Skidders. Vassar Hydras are leading their division along with the Bay City Fellers. Copper Harbor Cockatoos are 2-0. And the Jackson Mantraps and the Pontiac Protectors in the Summer Division are both 2-0. League leaders real quickly. We have Patty's batting .625. She's on the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Top 10. She's in the top 10 with .625. Emerson Reddier of the Vassar team is batting .667, and Riley H is batting .700. Adrian has 2 home runs for the Vassar team, and a lot of people with 1. Runs batted in. looks like Vassar has the first 3 spots in the runs batted in. On base percentage, Vassar has 3 players in the top 10. Slugging percentage, they have 2. Patty's got pretty good on base percentage plus slugging. Okay, hits total. Vassar Riley has 7, and Bud has 6. Adrian has 5, but followed by Patty with 5. It's tied with that. Extra base hits, Adrian's got 3. Embers, they've got 4 players in the top 10 with the extra base hits. Striking out, Adrian has 3 strikeouts. It's been struck out 3 times. Okay. Runs scored. Jimmy went with Vassar has 5 runs scored, and Vassar is loading that stat up. Stolen bases though, Tabby's leading for the Sting. Riley is at second for the Vassar team. Caught stealing, Red Predator has been caught once, but so has a lot of other team players. So we go to pitching. Sammy's got 1 win, of course. There are a lot of people tied with 1. A lot of people tied with 0 with our earned run average. A lot of people with 1 save. Whip. Garlic Shields has .50 whip for the Vassar Vulcans. And they have 7 strikeouts there. Mickey's leading the league with strikeouts, with Sammy 5 behind him after 1 game. So all the combined stats, strikeouts per 9 and walks per 9, strikeout walk ratio. There's some of the Sting in there. I don't see any of the Vassar team. So the top 10 players in the league, though: Reese Cower of the Burglars, Lawson Ingram of the Phantoms, Maya Odell of the Skitters, and the Proud Feet's Amanda Barnett. Mantraps has Mile Waller as the number 5 player in the league. The favorites have Rufus McCloy, and Vassar has Abdiel Hammond and Bubba Stryker. And then Braden for the Burglars and Werner for the Fellers. So, with that, after this game 2, our next matchup is against the Davison Chucklers again. That'll be a rematch. So, with that, we'll call this an episode. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you like. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.